Just a few years after the mysterious disappearance of Tony Two Fingers, a similar story unfolded in one of the most unlikely of places. East of Toronto's downtown core, you'll find the historic and charming neighborhood of Cabbagetown, a place known for its Victorian homes, and maybe something far more sinister lurking below. Some say a creature unlike any other resides in the tunnels and drain pipes beneath this neighborhood, an entity that's become known as the Cabbagetown Tunnel Monster. The year was 1979, when a young journalist named Laurie Goldstein was on the hunt for a story. He was a fresh new writer at the Toronto Sun, the most reputable rag in the city, when he'd heard rumors of a paranormal encounter somewhere along Parliament Street. His search led him to the apartment doorstep of Ernest and Barbara, who agreed to share the full story as long as Laurie changed their names. It was the summer of the previous year. The middle-aged couple was caring for a new litter of kittens, each one more adorable than the next, when catastrophe struck. One of the kittens climbed up to the window and jumped off of the fire escape, landing on an old mattress in the alley below. Moments later, Ernest found himself climbing down a rusty old fire escape. His pet was nowhere to be seen, but he heard a faint meow coming from a nearby alcove. This section of the alley was under construction, with much of the earth dug away, revealing a long-forgotten entrance to the city's underworld. Reluctantly, Ernest entered the cavern, following the soft mews of his kitten, until he saw something scurry just a little farther down the hole. As his eyes adjusted to the darkness, he realized that whatever it was no feline. He described the creature as being around 3 feet tall, with slanted, glowing orange eyes, and covered in gray fur. Oddly enough, the creature spoke to him in English, hissing the words, "Go away," over and over, before retreating deeper into the darkness. Ernest fled the tunnel and never returned. His kitten was never seen again. Ernest was shaken, even 8 months later, as he recounted his tale to Laurie. The journalist watched him relive his trauma, while Barbara tried to console him. To this day, Laurie describes Ernest as an honest man with no reason to lie. A man who never wanted to share his story. At least, not until the press came looking for him. Laurie left the apartment to inspect the still unfinished construction zone, where he saw the tunnel entrance that Ernest told him about, now collapsed and unfit for human entry. The story was published in the Toronto Sun a week later, right next to the beloved Sunshine Girl. It received little interest from the public, and the city moved on as though nothing had changed. Since then, the mystery tunnel in Cabbagetown has been completely covered over, with its original location only known by Goldstein himself, assuming Ernest and Barbara are long gone by now. To this day, it remains as the only official documentation of an encounter with the Cabbagetown Tunnel Monster. No photographs of the beast have ever emerged, and similar tales of strange creatures in Toronto's underground can't be proven to be anything more than hearsay. However, in 1990, a man known only as Commander X published a book titled Underground Alien Bases. In this controversial work, Commander X claims to be a high-ranking member of the Western military, writing under a false name. He revealed that a vast network of subterranean bases exists beneath major cities around the world, including Toronto. According to this book, these bases are home to alien species that have been living alongside humanity for centuries, hidden away from the prying eyes of the surface world. Commander X's allegations add a chilling dimension to the Cabbagetown Tunnel Monster's story. Could it be that the creature Ernest encountered was not merely a stray cryptid, but an inhabitant of an alien base beneath Toronto? The tunnels beneath Cabbagetown could be one of many entry points to a sprawling underworld, teeming with extraterrestrial life. Toronto's extended network of tunnels includes abandoned subway passages and storm drains that reroute many of the numerous creeks and rivers that were originally found on this land. If Commander X's theories hold any truth at all, these tunnels could be part of a covert operation, shielded from the public eye. One thing is certain, there are more questions than answers. The Cabbagetown Tunnel Monster remains an enigma, a puzzle piece in the larger mosaic of Toronto's subterranean mysteries. Whether it's a lone cryptid or a member of an alien race, the encounter of 1978 challenges our very understanding of what truly lies beneath this city. Could Ernest's encounter be a mere figment of his imagination, What if he just made up a story so he didn't have to spend the rest of his day looking for a lost kitten? Perhaps. But this story, with the wild claims of Commander X, invites us to consider a more fantastical explanation. Is it possible that an alien base exists beneath Toronto, with its residents occasionally venturing into our world? If so, what are their intentions? Are they simply observing us? Or do they have a more sinister purpose in mind? And what if there's something here that we're missing? Only time will tell. We'll be wrapping up this whole Toronto tunnel thing with part 3 next week, so stay tuned.
We got you. It's false. It's false. It's false. It's false. It's false. It's a total fabrication.